Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in and you can constantly taste the salt.
Hello everybody, this is J2D here and thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be reacting to Amazing Lucas. You might have heard of him. He makes political videos mostly, but now and again his Sony Pony ways come to shine through. As you've seen in the intro, him and the rest of the ponies are kind of salty, okay? You know, for the most part, you know, PlayStation 4 won the last generation. And now that Xbox is trying to do a little comeback, or Xbox/PC, because anything comes out for Xbox does come out for PC, Sony's get together and they start bitching, you know? So it's a real sight to see sometimes. But we are going to react to his video and see what points he actually makes, if any are good actually. So let's just jump right into the video.
Still using all the muscles except the one that counts. Oh my goodness. So if you haven't heard, Xbots all around the world are celebrating. If you listen closely, you can hear them with their fridge and their nail polish. Yeah, they're very excited. They're very happy, all right? And I'm sure you're wondering why. And the reason is that Microsoft has recently purchased Activision Blizzard. You know, the place that's been apparently sexually harassing individuals, plagued by misconduct. Nevertheless,
yes, Lucas, because you're the one that actually cares about sexual harassment. Like, I can't believe your views on that, or your views on sexual harassment changed because a piece of plastic or a fucking company decided to buy off another company. Like, this is ridiculous. And if you don't believe me, look at his views on sexual harassment.
And I'm sorry, but the moment in time you choose making millions or job security or having a new house on the block, or whatever it is, over self-respect, over your integrity of your body, I'm sorry, you have no sympathy for me. There are no tears. I'm not empathizing. I'm not sympathizing. I am doing nothing.
You just cannot take this man serious. His whole view changed because Microsoft bought a company, and because Microsoft happens to be a rival to his godlike Sony PlayStation, he is now sympathetic to sexual assaults or sexual harassment or sexual allegations. I just don't know. I just cannot tell with this man. Like, how can we even take you serious when your own views, or whatever you want to call it, get changed over pieces of plastics trying to get over one another? Like, this is just ridiculous, you know? And then another thing I do want to add, right? If this was Sony doing this, right? Like, this was Sony buying Activision/Blizzard, this man would be crying to the masses. He would be loving it, hands in the air. He would say, now Call of Duty's gonna get better. He would be saying every title that they have, all new Overwatch, everything, exclusivity. You know, this man baby just loves exclusivities. And, you know, I just cannot respect somebody who is so hardened on, oh, let's just have exclusives and don't let anybody else play. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily for Microsoft becoming a monopoly and buying everything, but with Game Pass, it's more accessible than anything PlayStation would do. And PlayStation can't really compete even when they make their own version of Game Pass, because they're not really going to have the license for anything, you know? I mean, if we really look at it, Xbox kind of canceled their backwards compatibility because, you know, it was a licensing issue, right? But going back on that, you know, Lucas is just so hard bent on this, and it's pretty sad to see.
Xbots are celebrating. And here's the thing. I'm celebrating with you. I'm happy for them, okay? Do you understand how lonely it is up at the top? Do you understand how lonely it gets? There's no one to talk to. There's no competition anywhere.
That does sound pretty bad, my guy. You know, maybe if he wasn't such a Sony diehard dick rider, maybe you have people that you want to play with, you know, or at least people that want to play with you, right? Because, you know, there's cross platforms now, there's all these games coming out, you know, communities coming together and actually playing and having fun. And, you know, I know the simpletons like you are more worried about my piece of plastic better than your piece of plastic, higher res, lower res, game, exclusivity. I know that's your thing, but, you know, just try not to be such a fanboy, aka dick rider, and maybe people would actually want to play with you. Shit, I'll give you my gamer tag. We could play some games. Listen, I got both systems. We could play something. Lucas, you just gotta stop being such dick rider.
So yes, I hope this is a big win for Xbox. I really do, because there's this sad misconception where they think PlayStation users are salty. Salty over what exactly? I don't understand. Like, even with the PC releases, why would I be salty over you paying $50 for a 4-year-old game that I can purchase right now in the PlayStation Store for $20? Why would I be salty?
Well, I think if anybody takes a look at your channel and look at your videos about Microsoft, PC, or PlayStation, they just ooze the salt that just comes out of you. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't really need to sit here and explain why or how you're salty. And also, I just like that you have this thing that PlayStation does something and you act like it's a win for you. Like, Lucas, how many stocks you have in PlayStation? What, you own like 20% or something? Because when PlayStation makes money doesn't mean that you make money. I just want to let you know that. And just because you're having a blast with their piece of plastic, they don't care about you. And they've shown many times that they do not care about you.
Another thing, what? Now you have what? Spyro and Crash Bandicoot? Knock yourself out, have fun, by all means. Here's the thing, you guys are taking our old products, right? It's like you're screwing our X and then putting it in our face. We've already had that. This was apparently a move for the metaverse. They don't even have their own virtual reality headset yet, all right? What are you talking about, Xbox? What are you doing?
Well, last time I checked, both Spyro the Trilogy and Crash Bandicoot Trilogy were cross-platform. I know that's not a word that you like to really hear when it comes to your side of the field, but sadly, that is the case. It wasn't exclusive. I know that you think it was, but it really wasn't. Second, I know you like making this comparison every time that you talk about gaming or anything kind of moving past the PlayStation is like, we already had her, she's like a sloppy second, or you're picking up my sloppy seconds. But I really think what it is, Lucas, is that you love this girl, you had this girl, she was yours, and now she left you. She had you, she didn't want you, she dubbed you, and she said you're wee small, and now that rumor went everywhere that you're wee small, and you feel so bad about it, so you have to trash her at any chance you get. But sorry, Lucas, you know, she had to move on, and that's what it is. You know, we don't like being said that our wee-wees is small, but that's what it is. I understand your pain, but you can't just be going around and just trying to trash everything that you used to be yours, okay? That's not how the world works. Because if you didn't really care and it was sloppy seconds, why are you mad? Why are you making a video about, like you said, a 4-year-old game going to PC and it was on Sony? What happened? I thought you didn't care, right? Like real chads, you know, real men wouldn't care about that. They would be like, okay, hope she's having a good life. I'm gonna have fun with my stuff. But you must be inadequate, or at least a little sad with what you have now, so you have to try to trash things to make yourself feel better. Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Lucas, that piece of plastic that you spend $500 or who knows, probably $1,000 on, I guess is not doing the trick, because you have to go on the internet and complain about the other piece of plastic.
Like, what are we gonna be salty about? What, Call of Duty? You mean Call of Booty, which is dead practically? Like, what? It's on the decline? Vanguard was absolute trash? I'm confused at what exactly they're celebrating about. I guess this is kind of more of the celebration that they did with Bethesda. It's kind of the promise that there's going to be exclusives down the road. Here's the thing. Here's what they fail to understand. All right? Studios, just acquiring studios, developers, and whatnot, does not equate to good games. Just like you having all these degrees does not equate to you getting a high-paying job.
Very interesting, you know. You and the Call of Duty fans, or like you like to say, the Call of Booty fans, actually have something in common, right? Which is y'all are in this like abusive relationship with your respective likes, right? So for example, the Call of Duty people, you know, a lot of them say the game sucks. The game sucks, is not innovative, all this nonsense, right? But at the end of the day, they're the ones that still buy it year after year after year. So clearly Call of Duty doesn't care about you, and they're not going to change because guess what? You're still putting money in their wallet. Just like you, Lucas, right? Wasn't you crying like 7 months ago or 8 months ago about Sony not giving you a refund on that piece of shit game Returnal, right? Returnal was just this buggy mess and everything, but you couldn't get your money back. They basically just cock slapped you and said, shut up and keep paying for me. And look at you, you're still to their defense. You're still white knighting for Sony. So it's just so interesting you have so much to say about like Call of Duty being trash and all these other things, but you and the Call of Duty fans have a lot in common, you know. And just adding to that, I mean, if it was Steam, you probably would have had a way easier time getting your refund. But again, you don't want to hear about other systems. You don't want to hear about PC. You don't want to hear about Microsoft. You don't want to hear about none of that. If it's not PlayStation, it's not playable, right? That is your motto. So you continue having a rough time with PlayStation customer support, and I'll have fun with all the nice things I could get from either PC or Microsoft. Or PlayStation comes out with a good game, I could play that too.
So have fun with acquiring all this. Show us something, all right? You still have nothing on your miserable system that can compare to God of War.
Your facts are starting to piss me off.
Nothing that can even compare to Forbidden West.
Your facts are starting to piss me off.
Like, what are you guys doing right now? I know you guys are playing gunk. You know, the game of the year potential gunk. They're so ecstatic over this purchase. It's almost adorable because you have to think they've been starving for games, right? They've been in the desert, the wasteland that is the Xbox system, okay? They have been starving, right? While we've been playing God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Forbidden West.
You know, for someone who's saying Xbox has no games, you know, you said so much games that were for the PlayStation. I mean, motherfucker, you said 3 goddamn games. You said God of War, you said fucking Ghost of Tsushima, and then Forbidden West. 2 games are last generation, and the other game hasn't even came out yet. Unless you have an extra copy, Lucas, you know, you could hit your boy J2D up, you know. I mean, hey, I know you're lonely up there with no competition. I'll give you some competition. Just, you know, I'll be your friend. Just play ball with me here. But all jokes aside, at the end of the day, right? Xbox Game Pass lets you have all these games that you can play, expanding from all 3 generations: the original Xbox, the 360, and the Xbox One. And, you know, anything that's for the Xbox One, you can play with the Series X, vice versa, which I don't think is a bad thing. But you have even complained about the games that PlayStation had, like, you know, you're talking about Returnal, which is supposed to be the PS5 exclusive, right? It's supposed to be the new game that came out. And you was bitching and crying that, oh, it sucks, it's trash, I can't play it. Where's my refund? And then PlayStation pulled out the big old dick and slapped you across the fucking face with it. So, you know, you're talking about dryness, but PlayStation's been pretty dry too. I mean, Forbidden West is just about to come out, and that's like a year and a half of almost nothing.
All right, what else we got? Spider-Man, Wolverine. They've been just starving in the wasteland. Please, give us something. Microsoft, give us something. Well, we bought Bethesda. Okay, but give us an exclusive, something to compete with that, please. We bought Activision Blizzard. Okay, but give us an exclusive, something to compete with that, please. Nothing. You have nothing, all right? And they've already said that they're actually going to be producing, all right, the games on PlayStation. Now they're going to say they're going to also hold some for exclusives.
Bro, I don't know if it's you or somebody else who edits your videos, but you should double take, you know? I mean, legit, the fucking quote is saying from an unreliable source by saying someone who knows how the company works says this. Now, it does come to fruition that, you know, Phil Spencer did say, hey, we're not going to like excommunicate PlayStation. You know, we are going to let Call of Duty be for both platforms, right? Because it makes a lot of money. And the more money they make with Call of Duty, the more money Microsoft is going to have now because they own them. So Sony fanboys probably, you know, hooping and hollering and hurraying. But at the end of the day, the money is going to Microsoft. Now, I do think that Microsoft did this so, you know, Sony has to play ball because Sony wants to have all these exclusive and everything. But I think they're like, hey, you know, now we got a field of money. So it's either we play with each other and make money together, or we could just lock this shit down if we want. That's my hypothesis on it, but that's besides the case. But Lucas, you gotta relax, my guy, or at least, calm down just a little bit, man. Life is more than just plastic versus plastic equals plastic, right? Like, come on, man. Why not try all? Why not have all? Why not enjoy life? But I know that's too much to say for a die-hard Sony dick riding fanboy.
Listen, Xbox does not create, okay? You guys haven't seen a new IP in what, generations, okay? I mean, when it comes to Halo Infinite, which is dead, all right, Halo Infinite dead, the game is trash. I'm surprised that Master Chief hasn't broken his back. I'm sure the only thing that's making Master Chief be able to walk is his suit, because he has been holding Xbox for centuries, bruh. Centuries after century, bruh. This man's back is shattered. If he takes his suit off, he's gonna just fall on the ground and be just a lob of flesh. Bring us something. Show us what you got. Come on, baby. Show us what you got. While you guys are busy enjoying our old food, okay? Our old food, we are creating new IPs, okay? We're creating new game sequels, all right? What are you guys doing? Celebrating over developers, which you know you're not going to get anything from them. You know you're not going to get any IP that's going to come close to Spider-Man.
Your facts are starting to piss me off.
You know you're not going to get any IP that's going to come close to God of War.
Your facts are starting to piss me off.
You know you're not going to get any IP that's going to come close to Ghost of Tsushima.
Your facts are starting to piss me off.
Look at this man. This man honestly thinks that him and PlayStation are like one being. Like, he owns 20% of Sony stocks or anything like that, I mean, let's not even talk about like the $20 billion that Sony lost after the buying of Activision. But that's besides the point. This man honestly thinks that he is in competition with Microsoft. Like, I didn't think I would see the day that someone is so delusional that they're saying us and we. Like, motherfucker, they don't care about you. They're, as I said, they're pulling out the cock, they're slapping your face, and they're saying, give me money. You are just like a supporter for like your favorite team. At the end of it, you don't do anything for the team. You're not a team player, you're not a team captain, you're not a team anything. You're just a little soy boy inside hoping that your football team wins. And second, you're saying all these companies that Microsoft just acquired, none of them are going to make an independent IP. None of them are going to help make sequels of anything. I think that you're just drinking too much out of the Kool-Aid, Lucas. And, if we are talking about that, it's like, there is StarCraft coming, there is the new Elder Scrolls games coming, there's a lot of stuff that can come, and there could be more sequels, like the Doom sequel and stuff like that. So I just think that you're just being dishonest. The things that you were mentioning, to be honest, the only thing that sound interesting are the sequels. I mean, what are the even independent or the new IPs that Sony's even bringing out? I mean, you have God of War, and then you have Horizon Zero Dawn coming out. But, Horizon Zero Dawn, I actually like that game. God of War, I didn't really like the, PlayStation 4 God of War. For me, the original trilogy, they're probably never going to get close to that again. But, let's just be honest about this. But again, when you drink too much from the Kool-Aid, when you sit too much on the strap-on, when you give them money and just get slapped across the face repeatedly, sometimes you just become dumbfounded. And I just think that's what Lucas is going through. Especially that he thinks he's one of them. Like, he is... It's just sad. It's just really sad to see.
Who are you playing right now, huh? Who are you playing? All right? What is this projection of us being salty? What? We're in the future, baby. You still playing with Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. You still playing 4-year-old games and paying damn near full price for a 4-year-old experience, which we could get on the PlayStation Store for cheap. What got a Call of Duty being accessible via Game Pass? Good. All right, good. Okay, that's actually a deal. That's a steal, Call of Duty being accessible via Game Pass. They're dying anyway. They have no innovation whatsoever. It's dead. It's flatlined. You guys are buying dead freaking IPs, all right, that have already been just sucked the life out of. What are you gonna do with them? You think you're gonna pump some new blood into them? Huh? What are you gonna do? You're gonna put what? You're gonna put, let me guess, you're gonna put Crash in a Master Chief Halo, in a Master Chief outfit, huh? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna make I don't know, Jack and Dexter or Spartan in Master Chief? I got it. Let me think. What are you gonna do? You're gonna put cat ears now. Cat ears are now gonna be available in Call of Duty.
Hell yes.
You goddamn right. Well, this just goes to show you that Lucas is just gonna forever be on the strap, bouncing until he cannot bounce anymore. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to come and listen to your old boy J2D. And I hope you have a great day. And join me next time. J2D out.